The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set! Like any egg! Check, 59. Hey, we gotta get to the ball, D. We gotta get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Convert. Put his boys down. He's coming. Watch out. Check the backer. Check the backer.
They'll run on first down. Mullins. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Mike spot 9. Mike spot 9. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Watson on first down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You. Mike 50. Don't let him breathe.
Now it's Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Watson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
It's a gain of 9.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. To throw is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Wentz to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Let's go. Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Motion. Reset.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Ready? Here we go. 58, right on. Kill. Mike, 58, right there. 3 bud.
On 2nd and 9. Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Hey, wahoo!
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Bullet good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered. It's both feet down for the completion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
What's the mic? All day, baby, all day. 20 points down, he's coming. What's the mic? Hey, we got time to move.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9, from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 24, Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 17-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On first down, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Watson. They'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. 36 yards on the play. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he fires one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be taken short.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
First down, Eagles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 58 right there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
On play action, it's Wentz. Open man has got it. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Stop. 46 down, man. 5-4. Watch out. Check Mike 50.
Now Wentz. Being chased out left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here we go. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Let's go, defense.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's our time. Hey, 24. Hey, 50.
Now Watson going to throw again. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a first down throw, Watson. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play that time for the Colts. 54 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Deshaun Watson, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point try good by Gano, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a fourth down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here. First and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Alert! 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 Boom! Boom!
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And some room to work. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Motion. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". 36. Hey, line him up.
Watson now to throw again. And that's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
You got three down. 31's the mic. I'm trying to collect. 31's the mic. Let's go, D. Say, hey, 31.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. That one good for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
59's Mike. Check, 59.
Watson looks to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Watson on 1st down. On the right side, open is Gesicki.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike 5'9". Oh, get him. 6. Mike, check, 59. No time.
To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to go up top for the... And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Wentz now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now a give right side. Dobbins.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule? Fourth quarter.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 35 on second down, Watson finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All day, every day, any day. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Tackles. Check, 59.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
6-man.
Throwing again on second down. Watson going for the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking downfield for Godwin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
23 yards, the final tally. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Watson now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 13-year man puts it through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation, puts him back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts, but without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Then he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away.